Shalom, shalom. This is Brother Mawad coming to you on the highway and the byway in East El Paso, Texas, to bring us this gospel and this truth, to edify the hopefully elect of Yasharala, or so-called blacks and American Latinos, to edify the one-third elect, and to warn the two-thirds of our people of the impending doom coming to Great Babylon, America, and not to trust in the so-called white man, Esau the Edomite. But it's always a pleasure to let Esau know that the Lord has an indignation for you, and he's going to destroy you from the face of the earth. Before we get started, I'd like to turn to please give all glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushai Ba'ashem. Double honors and salutation to the men the Lord raised up to preach this gospel on the highway and the byway, to edify Yasharala, or so-called blacks, Americans, and Latinos, and also to teach the men that are now teachers on the highway and the byway to be watchmen, to look out for the flock of Israel. To you I say, Shalom. Okay, as you know, we had an outage the other day. That was a surprise to wake up to see that. You know, all the brothers, you know, you got on top of that, and these are things that that's often discussed, you know, in this circle, you know, in this ministry, of just how powerful the Lord, Yahweh Shai made Esau, the so-called white man. And these people right here, these short callers, we saw the power of these people just demonstrated, because we saw 4 years ago when they brought out, you know, the lockdowns across this nation, and actually brought out the lockdown across the world. So we know the hands is given into you know, the world is given into the hands of the wicked, and they constantly demonstrate. And this is more that time right now when, more than ever, you know, we need to be in that humble spirit, you know, repenting daily, you know, to the Lord, how about Shai. You know, we're in this flesh, and you know, things happens. It's just the way it is, okay? But we can see right now that it's for real. Let's go into Psalm 64 and start verse 2. It says, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not." We know doing this work, there's great danger. And if you're doing this and you don't think that at some point in time Esau is going to come and break right at us, and you know, really the entire tribe of Yasharala, okay, us so-called blacks, Americans, Latino, we can see this happening right now. But in particular, you know, he has his eyes on us, because we're the only ones that come up boldly. And pursuant to Deuteronomy 28, which we talk about the fact that this, what happened to us, we deserve every bit of it. The Lord told us that this would happen, that we would go into captivity under a cruel Lord, and they would do all of these things to us. Okay? We bring it out. So we're not out here talking about reparation, you know, let's get along. We're not out here looking to march and hold hands and join hands. We're telling you about the mark of the beast. Okay? That it is the RFID microchip. In fact, these other people out there, decedents out there, you know, they come on their TikTok or YouTube, whatever platform they're using, they even pointing out to this. So it's kind of crazy that you have, you know, members of Yasharala that, you know, camps out there that are talking about the mark of the beast being anything other than this, okay? And we have a lot of our people that are ignoring that they belong to this shot. If their seed line goes to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, okay? But they want to ignore that. So it says they encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Well, we see them. We actually see it. Okay? We see, okay, we're going to let's say the second as of 15 right here. We see this. This is happening right now. Okay? The people are in the world. The people have their mental state to be inside in the world. Okay, now we obviously were in the world, and the Lord has shown mercy to call us out of this world. It says, you know, many are called, few are chosen. We want to be the few that will be chosen. You know, that's what I strive for. It says, they search of iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of them, every one of them, and the heart is deep. Esau doesn't leave things to chance. And, you know, for those brothers and sisters that have worked, you know, corporate America, or even worked with the government, federal government, you know, depends on what your position is how they do a diligent search. Okay? I mean, you can't go and give a presentation and put, let's say you give a PowerPoint presentation, you put a dot here. you know, you're going to have that executive or, you know, that CEO out say, what's that? Explain that to me. So Esau is all about, you know, using their craftiness, their ability to deceive, okay, to control people. It's more of a mind thing that they tend to do, okay? And with that, because they watch us, they understand, they see how we behave, they see what we like to eat, they see what we like to have for fun. And, you know, as the scripture says, roughly paraphrasing, you know, we're simple people. Jake is a simple people. I'm simple, okay? But the difference is that the Lord pulled me out of that simplicity mind, show me that there is another way. And this is the way it is right now, that we're not just some black people or African who don't know which country on the continent of Africa that we're from. Here in America, you know, wondering when are we going to go back home to Africa, okay? And this is why Esau, you see, play on our mind, you know, Wakanda. You know, how many people over here thought that was us, and they were so proud that, you know, according to the film, Wakanda was so advanced, you know, that even the so-called white man had to come to them, you know, to learn their technology, you know, and our people fell for that, not understanding that we're beyond Wakanda. We're gods. We, okay, are principal power man, okay? We are the children of the Most High, the ultimate power in the universe, okay? And it says, the power shall shoot at them with an arrow, suddenly shall they be wounded. We've seen those wounds going on right now. Now, not because they're wounded, you know, means they're not going to try to get off everything right here. Now, if you take a look at this, you can see, okay, I live in zone number 6 on this FEMA map, okay? And, you know, when we go out there, we always bring out these pictures, you know, but they say pictures speaks 1,000 words, okay? And many people learn by pictures. I'm one of those people. You know, so obviously there were men that were raised up, okay, who put all of these out there. So guess what? Likewise, I followed exactly what they did as an example. What the righteous elders have done. So this is the reason why you see I have these made, because when I'm out here, sometimes you're going to encounter people that only understand my picture. Okay, if I told you, you know, I show you that the scriptures show the Mashiach, who they call Jesus, more like this, and I had the verse to prove it, then people, someone like Jake, who might look at this and go, wow, that is not the guy with the long brown hair and blue eyes, okay? It makes all sense, okay? It makes all sense. We show them, okay, things that are more visual, okay? So in this ministry, you can't be lazy. You have to always constantly think of who we dealing with, somebody who's heard it for the first time. You know, when I first heard it, you know, the truth, you know, that fear came on me. I realized that the power wasn't the smiling guy with long hair and blue eyes that, you know, would accept my visitors. You know, he was the Lord of hosts, you know, man of war. There's law and order, you know. So, you know, still a baby. Okay, said, so they should make their tongue fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And all man shall fear and shall declare the work of power, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. The righteous should be glad in the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. So we're going to be glory. The upright in heart, which is us, okay, we give him glory and honor to Yahweh Shemashai, because everything that's written in this book, we are starting to see it manifest. Okay, their tongue now falling on himself. Never, as before, have we seen great Babylon America divided. But when, as you ever remember, Edomites going and talking crap about their government, or you have, you know, different segment of the government trashing each other. Okay, so right now the Lord has them in division. Okay, in division, and nothing is going to be more pleasurable to watch as, you know, the Lord has these Edomites, you know, spill the beans with each other. You know, they're not as homogenous as you think. We're seeing right now, okay, chaos is about to fall on Great Babylon America. In fact, you know, in these pictures here, you know, these are things that you're going to see happen right here when you go to 2nd Ezra 15 and 16. It says, for there shall be sedition amongst men, and raiding one another, they shall not regard their king, princes, and the cost of the action should be made up. This is cheese now. Okay, interesting enough, you have a lot of, you have the brother brought out a video that shows that most of the food that we're eating right now are actually expired food. And I know that for a fact because I've gotten meat from like Albertson and Costco that's literally, it's rotten. Rotten. Okay? Open it and it's rotten. And I gotta take it back or just toss it. I can't eat it. So you see right now, you're paying a lot of money for food that's actually decayed, like food that they actually are taking and maybe put it back and freeze it. You know, oftentimes what they'll do is they'll put a lot of sauce or seasoning on it and repackage it and put it in the front so that you can go and call it special, you know, pre-made or pre-seasoned meat. In reality, what they're doing is they're trying to hide the pungent, you know, scent from meat that's really should be tossed. You know, it's not fresh, okay? But we're seeing right now, okay, the decline of Great Babylon America in multiple ways, okay, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. And it's our job to go out here and get Jake them out of this mindset that they're, you know, everything is going to be okay. No matter what the enemy tell you, everything is not going to be okay because everything is not going to be okay for Yasharala, okay, 2/3 of Yasharala who is not written in the book of life, okay? This is Proverbs 28 and it's down verse 3, and it reads, a poor man that oppresseth the poor is like a sweeping rain which leaveth no food. You have Jason right now that will side with Esau on many factors, like the ones who are coming and saying that Esau or the Edomites were not, you know, the red people who we call the Caucasian today. You know, I mean, going so much as to say that Esau is in fact a so-called black man, or they don't even exist, okay? You have many of them going into trying to persuade Jake into not believing that the RFID microchip, in fact, is the mark of the beast. Or, in fact, they're trying to make Jake believe they're not even part of the 12 tribes. Why would you do that? Why would you want to keep Jake or fight so hard, okay, to align yourself with our oppressor when there is evidence, okay, that this man, in fact, is that cruel Lord? Take a look at this. This is cruel, okay? Hit the nigger baby, okay? They terrorize us with these hood over their head and this flag. This flag is a symbol of hate, but it's also a symbol of death. When you see this flag, you see when you see somebody walking with this flag, you know that's a death. That's basically death walking, okay? These are things that the oppressor have done to us. And yes, so you have Jake, someone, you know, who are looking to continue to uphold Great Babylon America at the cost of the life of their brothers and sisters, because they are ambassadors for Esau. They're ambassador, okay? And what is an ambassador? An ambassador is a representation of a particular nation, okay? They would come to they'll set up an embassy, you know, in the host nation, and they're immune, or they have immunity, or what they call diplomatic immunity, but they represent that nation, okay? A lot of things will kind of go through them, or if there's people that live in that host nation, you know, if you were in trouble, you can go to the embassy to get help, you know, for, you know, either representation in court or maybe even get you the hell out of the country, you know. So we have Esau has his ambassadors amongst us. We're a nation. Yasharala is a nation, okay? And Esau has his ambassador amongst us that's representing him, okay? And these ones, in that case there, you have others that are like us in the same state, you know, oppressive state, yet still they want to further the agenda of the oppressor, which is Esau, the so-called white man. Let's go into the book of John 15, because people don't like when you think different from them, okay? And especially like when you're thinking more in a righteous manner. This is the reason why when you're in this ministry, expect not to have friends, okay, in the world, so to speak. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't communicate with them, because they will try to communicate with you. You have co-workers, you have people that you will have to engage with for business or whatever. But communication, as far as spiritual communication, that's going to be non-existent. And, I got a couple of examples of that, in which I had to, block people because they couldn't understand, how you could suddenly look at things in a different way. You're not walking in the same darkness like them, pretty much to speak. Okay, because they're not walking in the light that you're walking towards or walking in. They're walking in darkness, and they want you to be part of that darkness. But the Lord has put the Spirit on us. Do not be concerned about matters of this world as far as being a part of it. Now, where we're concerned is we're concerned about this, because we have to warn our people about the sword and this judgment that's going to come from the Lord himself. We're concerned about, the seductive ways of Esau, which we were a part of at one point in time. So we always have to keep, be as watchmen with the sheep, so that the sheep doesn't wander off into these other doctrines that are telling them, say, look, everybody's going to be saved, which that's not the case. This is John 15, and starting verse 19, it reads, if ye were of the world would love his own, but because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. So you can't convince a Jake that the Lord has not put the Spirit on to believe in this truth, that his problems or her problems that they're experiencing actually is of the Lord. If you're having pain and it's physical, the Lord is giving you that pain. If you're having other problems, the Lord is giving you that problem, and that's the reality of it. Okay, because the Lord actually controls good and evil. He controls death and life. He has a power over that. Now, what the Mashiach is telling us is that when he came down, he came down in a humble way, which is how we are represented out here. Very humble. That's why people always refer to us as what? Broke or poor, or you ain't get no life, or whatever the case is like that. It's like, yeah, we do have a life. Spiritual life, we're actually living. You're the ones that are actually dead. And you see how you people reacted without electricity out there in Houston. You see how you people reacted, okay, to the internet going down, okay. You see how you people you're going to see how you people are going to react when, there's famine in certain places, and that's going to be here in Great Babylon, America. And you can understand what a famine is. It isn't necessary that there's no food, but if you can't buy it, then you're in a famine, okay. You are in a famine. We know that the famine of the word, which is the best food to have, that's coming soon. It's just a matter of time. Let's go to Jeremiah 23 in verse 32, because you have ambassadors that are very seductive. Now, remember Esau, he was described as what? Kind of like a serpent, and he was described as the most subtle of all the creatures. His ability to make what's wrong seem right, and what's right seem wrong, okay? And they're very, very persuasive, because they have the power in their hands to actually make what they promise or make what they're talking about actually manifest itself. So that's the reason why you have so many people would look at us. We don't have the ability to make the economy better. We don't have the ability to feed millions. We don't have the ability to give jobs to tens of thousands of people. We don't have that. So people looking at us and reading and saying, well, what benefit are you to me? Because they're thinking more carnally and more in the flesh. They want their flesh satisfied, not their spirit. Okay? We want our spirit to be satisfied, not so much the flesh. Obviously, we have to eat, sleep, and do other things that require you physically in the flesh to do those things. But it isn't what we desire. What we desire, okay, is spiritual wealth, and get out these doggone weak bodies that we're in, okay, and pay back Esau for what he's done to us. Okay, this is Jeremiah 23 and verse 32, and it reads, behold, I am against them that prophesy false dream, said the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai, and do tell them, and cause my people to err by their lies, by their likeness, yet I sent them not, nor commanded them. Therefore they shall not profit this people at all, said the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai. And that's what I was just talking about. Okay? You have IUIC making likeness of this. In their flashy garment, they want to be seen marching. You have ISUPK making likeness of things. They have it, and they have it. They're presenting it, in that niggerism type style. And then we won't even go into, these Christianity church. I mean, they're not even a representation of Yasharada. I mean, they're just plain and simply ambassadors of Esau, really preaching, about sweet white Jesus and all the other stuff. And they're the ambassadors right there that we're talking about. Okay, so you have those are noted Hebrew Israelites that are actually, wearing the, fringes, have the menorah, talking about Hebrew Israelism. These are the ones that are actually right now really serving as an ambassador, okay, for Esau, corrupting our people. Okay, they're corrupting our people because they actually know who we are. The Christian church does not accept this. They don't. They really believe that the biblical Jews are the ones that are sitting in Israel right now, the state of Israel right now. Okay, they don't believe that there's any type of future for them. Let's go to Daniel 12, because the scripture also warns about, a tribulation so horrific, okay, that you have angels that are dispatched in order to keep Esau from wiping us out. Okay, let's go into the book of Daniel 12. I'll get my glasses pretty soon, one of these days, okay? Hopefully I get it this week. Daniel 12 and 1, and it reads, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, who standeth before the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that time, same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book." So you have to be written in a special in a book. Basically, the Lord has to say, okay, this one's going to be saved. These two are going to die. And this is who Michael is standing up for. This one is going to be saved. Okay, so 1/3 will be saved, 2/3 will die. Okay, so we're about to go through a set of problems. And this is not going to be some quick thing. The Lord does show mercy by shortening the days. But this is going to be a dragged out process that Jake is going to suffer, in various geographic locations and through various forms, whether it be through famine and starvation to where you have to go steal, which is going to cost you your life. As Trump is saying, when he gets back in, he's going to make America great again. And part of that is he is going to come after the children of Israel. And he used a lot of cold words as drug dealers, shoplifters, thieves, evaders of the laws. He's really talking about us. Okay? He's really talking about us. They're going to be accusing so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos of anything that they choose to. And if you resist, which is like, no, I didn't do it, why are you trying to arrest me? Or I didn't do it, I wasn't there. Then they consider that to be resistance, and they're going to be putting out people to death for no reason. So there's not going to be any rights, Jake. Okay? If you recall in this picture, if you take a closer look, there's a picture of one of these Edomite with a noose hanging out of the car. Okay, it's a picture I always use in a lot of my videos. Where they would drive around in their pickup truck, looking for that, looking for a cone to hang from a tree. So you can imagine this is going to become a daily process. Except you can have them armed to the teeth with, automatic weapons, and a lot of them are going to be carrying badges. Okay, and they're also going to be foreign ones that are brought over here specifically to grab Jakes, okay, put into these facilities and do what the wicked always like to do, which is put us to death. Okay, let's go into the book of Wisdom of Solomon 5. Okay, now we talk about the fact that the Lord is going to deliver his elect, but it's going to be done in a fashion that the world has never seen. Okay, when you go into Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 2, it reads, "When they see it, they should be troubled with terrible fear, and should be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all they look for." So imagine you have something that looks similar to Independence Day, space invasion, so to speak, or an invasion that's coming from another world. And they're beaming up people. This is how the Mashiach is going to return on what they call spaceships. Okay, chariot. He's going to return. And with his return comes death. Okay, for these nations that joined Esau in going up against the Mashiach, but also death for those Hebrew Israelites that actually join hands with our oppressor. Okay, because, well, they don't seek salvation spiritually like how we do. They're seeking salvation and whatever Esau promised them, which is why many will take this. But what did Hamashiach said? The condition on the earth is going to be so significant that people are going to die who don't take this, because they will be ostracized completely of society. Okay, fear will be on the earth like never before. But there's a promise to certain individuals, okay, that would be kept from the hour of temptation. Now, it's not literally an hour, okay, it's a time period. So none of us can boast and say, oh yeah, I'm going to make it through that. No. Everything you have is going to be, off to be taken away from you. Even the clothes on your back, everything. You can't drive, you can't sell, you can't rent, you can't, nothing without this. It's like having no money right now. No money, no credit. If people don't show mercy and give you something to eat or something like that, it's unbelievable, especially you have right now in certain states and in certain cities. They're arresting homeless people and charging them and actually fining them for sleeping on the side of the road or camping on the side of the road. So imagine you can't even do that. Okay, these people have no credit, they ain't no money, but they can't even sleep outside. Okay, so you're gonna have a time where there's not gonna be any safety net, with the exception of being in that safety net or being in safety by the Hamashiach, which is what he promised to his elect. We're going to Amos 9 and 8, because Amos 9 and 8, it says, behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, said the Lord Yahweh Shai. So we know that his eyes is on the sinful kingdom, which is Great Babylon, America, which he's going to destroy. There's many scriptures that brings that out. But he wouldn't completely and utterly destroy all of his people. He's going to destroy the 2/3, but not the 1/3 elect. So we know right now, if the Lord's anger and indignation is against Esau, he's going to destroy everything that Esau stands for. Esau stands for this. This is wicked. But this is also the Lord's judgment. Okay? Esau is trying to persuade Jake that they're not these people on this chart. Okay? These people you never really ever see around ever. But these are the ones, these are short callers. Okay? The Lord is against them too. Okay? If you look over there at this poster here, you'll see that this place is known as spiritual Sodom and Egypt. Okay? I mean, there's no way you can go around here where, homosexuality is not on display, and not only is it on display, but it's also a protected act, okay, which is very, you see it and it's just, wow, 2 men, so disgusting. Anyway, let's go into the book of Psalms 47 and understand the power of the Most High and how he does things. This is the book of Psalms 47, starting with verse 1. It reads, to the chief musician is Psalms for the son of Korah. O clap your hands, all ye people, shout unto power with a voice of triumph. For the Lord, Yahweh Shai, Most High, is terrible. He is a great king over all the earth. So see, if the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, that means that it was possessed by somebody else. And the possession and the true possessor of the earth is really Yahweh Shai, the Most High. And he's terrible. It says, he shall subdue the people under us and the nations under our feet. He should choose our inheritance for us, the excellency of Jacob, whom he loved. Say love. Now, really, what's going to happen is the Lord, who owns this, is going to take it out of the hands of the wicked, okay, and give it to the humble and the weak, which is us. see, this really belongs to Mashiach when he returns. He's also, it's his kingdom. Okay? And he's going to share it with us. And that's what we know. And Esau doesn't like the fact that we know that. Esau doesn't like the fact that we're not believing anything that comes out of your mouth, okay? Because none of this belongs to you. It was given to you for a particular time and for a particular reason. Because what? Esau was blessed with what? The fatness of the earth. And by the sword, he would basically have his riches. But at the end of the day, he's created to be weaker than us, without honor, and he will eventually serve the younger, which is Jacob, okay, or us. The 12th tribe of Israel. This is Deuteronomy 10, and starting with verse 14. And it reads, Behold, the heaven and the heavens of heaven is the Lord's, Yahweh Shai, thy power, the earth also, with all that therein is. Only the Lord, Yahweh Shai, had a delight in thy fathers to love them, and he chose a seed after them, even you above all people, as it is this day. So we're above all people. Okay? We're above all people. And it says, Circumcise therefore the foreskin of your heart, and be not more stiff-necked. For the Lord Yahweh Shai, your power is power of power, power of gods, and lords of lords, and a great God, a mighty and a terrible, which regardeth not persons, nor taketh reward. So you can't bribe your way into the heavenly kingdom. He doesn't regard persons. And we can see that with the flood, that the Lord killed everything that he created. Okay? And vice versa here in Great Babylon, America. When he destroyed Great Babylon, America, there's still going to be, creatures in the millions or billions here in Great Babylon, America. And you're still going to have countless of tens of millions of people here in Great Babylon, America. That's what the Lord is going to put them all down and beam out his elect. He's not going to look at a little baby crying when their skin is melting from the nuclear blast. He's not going to, the animals are going to be screaming too. They're going to be dying too. They're going to be getting fried up too. They're going to be running. They want to live too. But he's not regarding them. Okay? He's regarding his chosen people. So it says he's a terrible, terrible power. And this is the reason why you see, we have that fear. We've never seen him. But we're seeing his works right now. And we're about to see how that works is really going to look. Okay? We're going to be in fear of the things to come. Not the fear of the things happening, but the fear of the fact that this is happening of this power, who has the ability to do it. You want to be on his good side. Okay? You want to be on his good side. But our people right now don't have any fear at all. Why would you have fear when you've been convinced that this is your power? Look at this guy right here. He has love for everything. Fags, adulterers, idol worshippers, it doesn't matter. Okay? I want to show this picture of to some people that came to the camp one time a couple years back. And I said, which one would you be afraid of? And they said, this one. Yeah. But see, this is what the world shows you, it's this. So who would be afraid of this guy? Okay? That will put you at ease. Okay? You know why a lot of people challenge Bruce Lee? Bruce Lee didn't have an intimidating looking face at all. He didn't. Okay? Bruce Lee wore glasses. So a lot of time, he got challenged a lot on his movie set for the fact that he looked like a nerd in reality. But he was terrible and very adept at martial arts, and people found out the hard way. Now the Lord himself, okay, not only does he look terrible, he's terrible to look upon, which none of us can look upon him, but he's just terrible, plain and simple. And he doesn't regard anybody. Okay, he put his son down. So what do you think about us? Okay, so Jay got to understand exactly what hell it is that we're dealing with. This is Titus 1 and Star Wars 10, and it reads, For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision, whose mouth must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not to, for filthy lucre's sake, which we know, those groups that claim to be leaders of Yasharallah or Israel, they know the Hebrew Israelites, are using their knowledge to deceive many. And and they're doing it for filthy lucre, which is that 503, or that nonprofit organization .org, as they like to have their website. And like I think it was the brother that was bringing it out, that talk about the fact that talk about the fact that you got something like IUIC, they're selling everything, man. Anything that's not nailed down, they're selling. Fringe is this, fringe is that. They're using the ministry to line their pocket up. They're not really in this, okay, to deliver a message of hope, the hopefully lack of Yasharada, or the message to fear the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai. Let's go into the book of Ecclesiasticus 12, and here's the reason why. Okay, when you look into these guys, this is Ecclesiasticus 12 and 16, and it reads, "An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but inside he imagined how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood." Now, we show you what the enemy is, so the Edomites, okay, have done to us. Yet still, and you see this over there in IUIC camp and all of that, but yet still they have contract with the enemy, which is confusion. How about you can go then preach about this and Deuteronomy 28, but yet still you're in league with the oppressor? That makes absolutely no sense. So they're trusting the enemy because the enemy is saying, okay, you can say that about us, we were sorry. Why don't you, do this, sell some things. We don't charge you taxes. But what we need you to do is mislead as much as your people as possible. But you can go anywhere across the nation and speak, certain things about us. However, you must give salutation to our God, which is Jesus. And you must never mention the name of the true power, which is Yahweh Shemel Shai. Okay? So they buy into that as long as they feel Esau is the ultimate power who has the capability of destroying them. So IUIC and ISUPK and the rest of them that are siding or ambassadors of Esau, they don't have the fear of Yahweh Shemel Shai. They have the fear of Esau, what Esau can do to them. They don't think about what Yahweh Shemel Shai can do to them. True Esau. But they're going to find out. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus 13 and verse 4. And I'm going to read a certain verses here to make the point. Okay, Ecclesiasticus 13, verse 4 says, "If thou be for his profit, he will use thee, but if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee." At some point in time, IUIC is going to be forsaken. In fact, all these politicians and all these, misguided leaders who are leading Jakes them, to a vote, to follow this particular prince and that particular prince, okay, follow this particular religion, or follow the ways of the heathens. At some point in time, that's not going to come to an end, and Esau's not going to need them anymore. And he's going to destroy them. Okay? Verse 6 said, "If ye have need of thee, he will see thee, and smile upon thee, and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair and say, what is thou?" Which is always what? Money. Or filthy lucre. I mean, Jake ain't gonna do anything, he ain't gonna do nothing for nothing. They ain't gonna do something for nothing. So it's always gonna be like, what do you want? Martin Luther King Jr., he got delayed with a lot of Edomite women, went in places and had dinner at tables, because he was the civil rights leader. So yeah, of course, in that time, you still had separation or segregation. But he was made an exception because he was negotiating, or supposedly negotiating, between Esau and Jacob, or the Edomites and Yasharala. He was supposed to be a negotiator, the one that he was a leader at that time, what they call a civil rights movement. He was a leader of Yasharala here in Great Babylon, America, trying to create peace. And that's why you listen to all this speech. They were all like very sweet speeches, talking about peace and loving and getting along and all that stuff, and you shouldn't hate, the one that has put you to death or rape you. enslave you, all those things like that. So this is what Esau is, he's using Jacob to basically destroy their own. Okay, and it says, this is where Swab says, but cruelly, actually, this is another one, verse 11, it says, affect not to be equal unto him in talk, and believe not his many words, for with much communication will he tempt thee, and smiling upon thee will get out thy secrets. But cruelly he will lay up thy words, and will not spare to do thee hurt, and put thee in prison. So guess what? IUIC is out there talking trash about the so-called white man. He's talking trash about Esau. And it's on video, it's on their website. It's all over the place. They're getting hundreds of thousands of views and all that stuff, which is making them very proud. However, what they don't understand, I just read it to you just now. Esau is going to use as evidence in the court when they start rounding up the Hebrew Israelites. Oh, that's what they're going to do. And they can refer to them as black Hebrew Israelites. That's what they refer to us. And then they're going to go grab them. And IUIC is going to say, well, you said we can do this. And it's like, well, show us that when we said that. They're going to play all them videos of IUIC talking crap about Esau. And then they're going to get convicted. You see? And that's a snare that IUIC are going to see. When you're talking all that crap out there, and you're using Jesus, which is universally accepted as the Son of God, okay, or the Son of the Power, and you're talking, you're opening up with praises to Him, okay, naming your ministry after Him, but then you're going to go out there and talk crap about the Edomites going into slavery and blah blah blah. Well, you're kind of double-tongued, and they're going to take that diplomatic immunity from you and put you to death, okay? And we're going to laugh. In fact, I'm thinking about a lesson to expand a little bit more on that, because you're going to have the IRS is going to go audit IUIC and go, well, where's the taxes for selling these merchandise? Where's the taxes? You owe X amount of taxes. They could easily turn around and change the law and say donation now is taxable. Go into their, bank account or their WhatsApp and show these millions of dollars pouring in. Esau can do that. So there's a lot of snare that's going to be coming. There's a lot of snare that's laid down, and these guys are not wise enough to see that, because they really believe somehow they're equal to Esau. And that's why we've been warned. Don't get tempted to sit down and try to talk with this man. Let the Lord do the talking, and He's going to do the talking through His destruction that He's going to bring on this place. Let's go into Job 12 and verse 16. It's the book of Job 12 and verse 16. It reads, with Him is strength and wisdom. He deceived the deceived, and the deceiver are His. So if you're deceived, the Lord deceive you. And if you're a deceiver, a person that deceives others, guess what? The Lord deceive you to deceive others. It might sound complicated to understand, but it's not. In other words, your thoughts is really the Lord's thoughts. Okay? And that's a scary thing. Because you think of the things that goes on in your head, everything that goes on in your head, and the Lord is actually putting it in your head. That's what we're dealing with. That's the power we're dealing with here. Let's go into Malachi, the book of Malachi 1. And again, I should be getting my glasses real soon, and I should be able to see at some point in time, the book of Malachi. Where is it? Malachi. Sorry, Salakia. Oh, that is. All right. 1 and 14. The book of Malachi 1 and 14, it reads, but cursed be the deceiver which had in his flock a male, and wore it, and sacrificed it unto the Lord, a corrupt thing. For I am great king, said the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shemashai, my name is dreadful among the heathen. So you've got a dreadful name, okay, among the heathen. And you have IUIC naming and giving glory to Jesus Christ. What are they called? United in Christ. United. Israel united in Christ. Come on, man. Come on. Seriously? Okay? You would want to know, or have our people know, the name of the power and said that we are his favorite people. Why would you want them to know that? Let's go to Proverbs 7, Proverbs 18 and verse 7. This is the book of Proverbs 18 and verse 7, and it reads, a fool's mouth is his destruction, and his lips are the snare of his soul. Okay, we've seen perfect examples of that happen within the ministry of late. Okay, perfect examples of that. Now you have IUIC that has the deceptive ability to deceive tens of thousands, if not in the millions, here in Great Babylon, America. There's a lot of people that actually know about IUIC. There's people who have seen me, they see the beard, they see me out there, and then they walk up to me, maybe, in the gym or something like that, and go, hey, your Hebrew is right, are you with IUIC? They don't know, about the apostles and elders and brothers of Great Millstone who bring up the truth of the gospel, in the way it's supposed to be bought. We have IUIC. They're so popular, everybody knows who they are. And I think it was, I can't remember who it was. Oh yeah, I was moderating the camp out of Alabama, Great Millstone camp out of Alabama, Mysteries of the Kingdom, the trilogy. And they had the indoor camp yesterday because of weather issues. And one of the brothers brought out the fact that when they talk about what camp they belong to or the doctrine that they use, and they say, Great Millstone, that they were immediately ostracized or basically looked and frowned upon. Because when you're dealing with the truth, there's going to be a very small amount, compared to, the ones that are dealing with folly or dealing with misguided doctrine for the sake of trying to get likes or get a congregation which is going to equal more money. So they're more mainstream Hebrew Israelites versus the ones where we're constantly under depression because we understand us being in this flesh, this weak flesh. The Lord Yahweh Shai is going to destroy this place. There's going to be affliction, there's going to be shortage of food, people killing each other over anything. And we're praying, we know that this is going to happen. So you're not in the spirit of mirth. You can't help it having that constantly roll around in your head because you're not in the world anymore where you had hope of retiring and driving around and, growing old and maybe playing with your grandkids or some crap like that. That's not going to happen. So you're not in that hopeful spirit, at least concerning Great Babylon, America. You're in that hopeful spirit concerning being delivered. And that's our hope right there. Other than that, we really don't have any hope. Let's close up with Job 20. And start with verse 19. Because we're going to see what's in store for this place. You can't deny this. He said, this is the book of Job 20, verse 19. It said, because he had oppressed and had forsaken the poor, because he had violently taken away a house which he builded not, surely he shall feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left, therefore shall no man look for his good. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. And who are the wicked? The people on this earth, man. These are the nations, okay? Also within the tribe of Esau, okay, or the tribe of the Edomites, okay? They're going to be turned on each other. They're naturally wicked. You have these other nations that are drunken of the wine of Great Babylon, America. They're going to look and go with the hell. They're going to turn again. And we see this right now. We're starting to see this right now. It says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him true. Salakia says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits, and every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he's about to fill his belly, power shall cast the furies of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he's eating. Rain. When you think of rain, can you escape rain? if it started raining right now, can you escape the raindrop? You can't, because you can't even see it. So when Esau is about to, congratulate himself that he's got the market of Esau there, he's got the whole world bound to his knees, he's finally now, ascended to that pinnacle level that he desired, which is to be equal to the Most High Yahweh Shem Shai. The Lord is going to rain on him his wrath. And you notice that the word wrath was used. It wasn't punished. We, the Hebrew Israelite, has been punished. This is punishment. This is punishment. Okay? The wrath of the Lord. That's something completely different. We've been judged. We've been punished. The Lord punishes us. So he's showing mercy on us, to be quite frank. We're being punished. Esau's going to get the wrath put on him. Wrath. And it says, he shall flee from iron weapon and the bow of steel to strike him true. It is drawn and coming out of the body, yea, the glaring sword coming out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. All darkness should be hid in his secret places. A fire would not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. The heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall raise up against him. The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of a wicked man from power, and the heritage appointed unto him by power. So, heritage, which means it's something that you would inherit. The Lord, for Esau, he has inherited wrath from Yahweh Shem Shai and death. In the contrast of the righteous will inherit the kingdom of heaven, because we are the meek and the mild and the poor, the beloved children of Yahweh Shem Shai. So you see right here, when we tell you Jakes, okay, this is for real. World War III is for real. We're hearing wars and rumors of war right now. Okay? We've brought out many of the scriptures from the book of 2nd Ezra, which talks about the seditions amongst men, people slaying each other. Esau is going to have a particular judgment that's going to come upon his head from the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay? He is going to destroy Esau with his own weapons, with his own snares. But he's going to save the righteous of Yasharala, which is us so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Latino. So Lord willing, the elect was edified. I turn to the east, give all to and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakabash. Honors and salutation to the man the Lord chose to bring out on the highway and the byway to teach the elect of Yasharala, Israel, to edify us, to teach the men that are out there on the highway and the byway, to edify the children of Israel, or so-called blacks, Americans, and Latinos, and to be watchmen and be diligent in this work. To you, I say Shalom.